We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their... And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Dwayne Casey has been the head coach in Toronto for the better part of a decade now. He said the most rewarding part of coaching has been watching his players grow up. Watching a guy go from never playing in an NBA game before to developing into an all-star player, that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can do as a coach. Now, Kevin, he's helping this team and its players both make the leap forward.
Great stuff, DA. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. And there's always a special feel to the evening on opening night. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
I agree. For players and fans alike, I mean, this is the one night you actually get to believe that you have a chance of winning the championship because you're 0-0. Not until after the game does reality set in. So this is a great night for everyone. Optimism abounds.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine, they're back to it. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Wade in at the 3, the small forward. And Mirotić has it in the corner. No good with the triple. Now here's Lowry. Fades away. Mirotić grabs the miss.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Back to Wade. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Chicago grabs the miss.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Dunn, wide open, he fires, and a miss there on the triple. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Miles dishes to DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Levine. Levine against DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Lopez with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. The shot by Wade, no good.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find the target.
DeRozan in the corner. Ibaka outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Wade sets the pick for Lopez. Mirotić against Ibaka. And Mirotić kicks to Wade. And there it is for him.
Oh, after falling short on their first 4 shots, they got one to go, and now they're 1 for 5 from the field.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
The body control for Mirotić is simply amazing. Even when he gets fouled, he's always in control.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. And Mirotić, a player who hasn't made quite the jump in development that Chris, I think, his team was hoping for.
Yeah, Mirotić fans might have their expectations dampened a bit, but he's still a good player. He has one of the best pump fakes in the game because his shot is so good, but no idea how defenders keep falling for his pump fake. I mean, he uses it all the time.
And you love the effort, just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Lets it go from 14. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And even when you play good defense inside, Mirotić still has the answer. Outstanding at guiding up shots over the deep.
Ibaka, wide open, he fires. That falls, nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Here's Dunn, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And it's awesome to see Dunn works in his effective mid-range jumper. So sharp, so accurate.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas. DeRozan a screen on Lopez, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Raptors. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. Miles. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Markkanen comes in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday's checked in for Levine. And it's Grant in for Dunn. It's stolen by Lowry. Stolen by Grant. Wade has the open look. No good from outside.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
And DeRozan kicks to Siakam. Stolen by Markkanen. In transition, here come the Bulls. Wade with the ball. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Holiday dishes to Markkanen. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
On the wing, DeRozan. Feeds it to Nogueira. Back to DeRozan. Over Wade. No good off the front iron. Chicago's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. Hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Here's Siakam. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 4 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. And with Hoiberg, he came in wanting to play a more perimeter shooting and up-tempo type of basketball. But the personnel, Chris, just hasn't been a good match.
And part of it is the front office getting players who can't really hurt you from deep. But Hoiberg's responsibility is to make the most of the talent on the roster. It hasn't been an easy path for him with this team's talent.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Now the pass to DeRozan. Here's the screen. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. DeRozan's got 6.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Portis can't get it to go. Pulls up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And he isn't shy. Lowry assertive with the ball in his hand.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Raptors up 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now. He talked about the...
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't...
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, it means extra possessions, and that's certainly reflected in the score right now.
Powell is out there with Lowry. Then there's Pirtle. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Siakam in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
And DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. They set the pick. The dish to Lowry. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. 7 points for Kyle Lowry.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range. DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
And Holiday has it in the corner. And Pirtle pulls it down. And DeRozan kicks to Powell. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in the era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast, so for me, you know, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared, and you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really love the fact that I had to be my best every night, or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night, and you know, so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey, man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
And the Raptors making a change here. Valanciunas has checked in.
Now, Mirotic, he has a skill set perfectly tailored for today's game. A big man who can shoot. It's exciting to watch him evolve.
Ibaka goes in, doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injury. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
Takes a 3. Here's Dunn. Nice D from Valanciunas.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him.
Ibaka sets the pick for Miles. Here's Lowry. And the shot goes in. Lowry's got 9.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Portis, the pass to Lopez. Now, here's Dunn. Now recovering.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Bulls have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
Nogueira's checked in for Toronto. 1:27 left in the first half. No good on that one. Dunn kicks to Portis to the inside. Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
7 feet tall. Lopez makes Duncan look easy. Once he's close to the bucket, forget about it.
Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Lowry dishes to Miles. Kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Miles. Up and in on the layup. Miles has got his first basket.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Levine kicks to Lopez. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Toronto, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Now here's Powell. Guarded by Levine. Stolen by Levine.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Pass to Portis. Over to the wing. Here's Dunn. He nails it, and we're tied up. Dunn's got 5.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Powell with it. They set the screen. Lowry for 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. So a tie game here as we finish the...
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break. Bulls shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Last season, one thing this Bulls team did was attack the glass. We're used to seeing them rebound well on the defensive end. They also did great work, Chris, getting second chance points.
Yeah, you love the fighting attitude every player has in the paint. Everyone on this roster can go up and steal you an extra possession if you don't box them out.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Wade in at the small forward position. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And, of course, NBA players have all reached this pinnacle through dedication, through very hard work. Chris, can you talk about the hard work and effort that goes into playing and succeeding at this NBA level?
Well, if you're in high school or middle school, when your friends are at the movies, you're on the basketball court. When your friends are hanging out at a party, you're at the basketball court. When your friends and his family on vacation, you're at the basketball court. I don't think many people understand the dedication. You know, for many guys, it's more than 4 hours a day in the gym. And a lot of that is just sitting in the gym, just smelling the gym. You know, of course you're going to work out, of course you're going to shoot, but it's everything basketball. You know, on my wall, I had Dominique, Magic, Bird. I had all these guys, Isaiah, cut out magazines, and I would put their pictures on my wall and work out and do push-ups looking at them. And I would know their moves. I would know everything. You know, I remember Kenny Smith after his dunk contest. He stood at the free throw line and threw the ball between his legs, threw it off the backboard and dunked. I went in the backyard in Detroit, shoveled the snow, and we worked on that dunk all night, freezing. I mean, you have to love it. So, you know, when you love something, my father taught me, it's not work. And so you got to start with the love, and then all the other work and dedication is just part of the job.
I love the message, but boy, I like that Kenny Smith story. That is a great, great story.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. The NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
Screen by Grant. The tray. No good from Wade.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to it.
Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Pirtle kicks to Miles. Screen by Ibaka. 5 on the clock. Miles, that's good. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. Grant against Lowry. It's deflected.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Ibaka, the pass to DeRozan. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Siakam is checked in for C.J. Miles. Lowry for 3. Offensive rebound. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Near the three-point line, it's Wade, and the Bulls with another miss. And here's Toronto. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's DeRozan. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lowry has the open look. Good on the three-point shot. Lowry's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Wade gets the bucket.
Wade is super efficient in the paint. He's clever at finding ways to score around the rim.
Outside Lowry. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Great ball movement there.
Some changes for Toronto. Nogueira comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's Powell in for Serge Ibaka. Chicago also making some changes. Portis comes in for Robin Lopez. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Jaren Grant. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's Greg been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
They set the pick. Powell kicks to DeRozan. Over LaVine. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 18 points for DeMar DeRozan. Bulls trail by 14. And Holiday, here we go. Jacks up a 3. LaVine can't hit. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Stolen by Markkanen. Outside Holiday. Wade outside. Holiday, the pass to LaVine. Back to Holiday. Out to Wade. For the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Siakam. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nogueira with the steal. It's Powell on the wing, guarded by Holiday. DeRozan's shot is off. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Toronto. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Man, we got to get down and get engaged at the other end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
Here you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Nogueira out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Powell in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Miles against Mirotic. Miles, that's good. Miles has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Toronto. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Oh, that's a tough blow for him. Really the whole team, though. I mean, puts a lot of pressure on the next man up.
Felicia's checked in for Bobby Portis. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Lopez is checked in. So it's Chicago now. It's a 13-point game. Mirotic has a wide-open look. Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Powell kicks to Nogueira, and stolen by Dunn. Here's Markkanen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
He hits the second from the line. And last year, the Bulls, Greg, just didn't threaten anyone from outside.
And I think a big problem has just been personnel. You know, some of the guys they brought in as shooters just really haven't panned out, and that lack of shooting from deep is why this offense can grow stagnant at times.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Lucas Nogueira. Valanciunas dishes to Miles. And stolen by Dunn. On the wing, Levine. DeRozan defending. Tries again. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Screen by Ibaka. And they call an illegal screen here.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Bulls trail by 7. And Levine, here we go.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Well, look, they finally found the energy. They needed to make this one a ball game again. Now, can they get the lead?
Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Powell. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Markkanen kicks to Lopez. Bulls moving the ball around. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ibaka sets the pick for Miles. Here's the teardrop. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Wade, he's checked in for Markkanen. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
That's good from Lopez.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
Well, and Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade. He's always been a solid center, plays solid defense on the block, and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Miles against Wade. Outside for Lowry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lowry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
And with Robin Lopez, a very imposing player on the court, but he's also one of the more colorful characters, Chris, in the league. A very, very funny guy.
Well, I don't know what happened with him and mascots as a kid, but he's been taking his revenge out on them his whole career. He brings a great vibe to the locker room that helps with that team chemistry.
A wide open look here for DeRozan. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade passes to Mirotic. Back to Wade. It's stolen by Ibaka. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he reads it all the way, has that slide court awareness you have to be mindful of.
And the shot is good. And now a 7-point Toronto lead.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
The D has no answer for him inside, and they better figure him out soon if they want to win this.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyle Lowry.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Bulls gave us some information. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on it.
And so he makes both from the line.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Miles sets the screen for Lowry. Pass to Miles. Screened by Valanciunas. Unloads from 13. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Miles. Miles has got his 3rd assist on the night. Passes it to Dunn. And it's Wade in the corner. Here's Lopez. Lopez with another miss.
Well, he gets the shot he was looking for and he just can't bury it.
56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Valanciunas, good. And now it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Valanciunas with a screen on Levine. Goes up on the high post. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot up.
Here's Mirotic. And it's Miles with the rebound. And the Raptors with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside DeRozan. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Powell kicks to Pirtle. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable, making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.